Hey, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me, and I wanted to talk to you about how to go about calibrating your detainer pick for either the first time you're ever picking a lock or if you're switching over to a different lock. There is a little bit of tweaking that you need to do to set it up properly to have a good either practice session or trying to get it open or, working on it for the first time. With that said, you're going to just want to take your detainer pick out, and you're going to need the Allen wrench that it comes with, and you set that aside. And if you look here, a little pro tip, there's two extra set screws that Sparrow sends you. Somebody taught me to take a coin and stick it over there, and it locks them in place so they don't fall out and get lost. So when you need them, hopefully you won't need them, but if you do need them, they're there. With that said, you're going to take your Sparrows and unscrew the set screws here. Take out the picking tip, set that aside, and you can also set the handle aside. Right now we're just going to focus on the neck of the tool, I guess you could call it. And you're going to unscrew with the handles here on both sides to make it loose. And now you're going to need to find something to act as a spacer, whether that be, 5 or 8 washers lined up in a row. Maybe somebody that has a 3D printer or yourself has a 3D printer. You can print yourself different thicknesses of washers. Me personally today, I'm just going to use my crown that I made for the Sparrow's detainer tool. I'm going to set that up over it. And my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have it stick out just a little bit, and then I'm going to lock it into place. And now the reason why I'm setting it just a little bit at first, because I'm not sure if what disc is going to be the tensioning disc. I have a kind of a shitty little diagram here, so bear with me, but if these are the first 3 discs inside of the lock, sometimes you can tension off the first disc, but sometimes also, like in this case, this disc is just a spinner disc. So it just spins freely. There's nothing to bite down on and tension onto. So if I were to take my little horns, as you see here, this is what I'm, same kind of thing. And if I put that into the first disc, it is just going to spin freely, and I'm not going to be able to bite anything. So what I'm going to have to do is take and open these back up again, and then have the horns stick out just a little bit more so I can grab the second disc. And we're going to try that now and see. First, we're going to get our little turner tool here. I definitely recommend getting something like that. It makes things a little bit easier. And then we're going to try again. And as you can see, now we're biting. So now we have tension. We're grabbing a hold of that second disc. Again, here's the first, the 3 top discs, and we're going a little bit deeper. Let's see if I can separate those a little bit. We're not gonna try tensioning off the first one. We're gonna go a little bit deeper to the second one in order to get tension. It'll turn a little bit, and then it'll lock into place. So with that said, we know we have a good, perfect setup for our tensioner, and then we're going to then take our picking tip, and we're going to just bottom it out. We're going to put it straight all the way through the disc and to the bottom of the core. And then we're going to set our picking tool on top there, and then our handle. And now we're just going to take our Allen wrench and tighten that up. And that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. And now you're ready to go ahead and practice picking. That should be calibrated for this lock as many times as you want to use it for this lock. With that said, if you get a little bit better at picking, some locks need to have their bottom disc kind of wedged off of and counter rotated with the picking tip. I'm not going to get too much into it, but what you could do is once you start getting good at this, here's your picking tip, and you're putting it through your discs. Instead of bottoming it out like I was just telling you now, and just keeping it at the bottom, you can actually lift it up just to the first disc rather in the set, and then tighten your set screws up top. And that way, this would be set here, but you would be touching the first disc at the very bottom, if that makes sense. But for right now, bottoming it out is perfectly fine when you're just starting out. This should work just fine. So with that said, I hope this helps somebody out there, especially somebody new to detainer picking, and maybe somebody even that's been picking for a while didn't know this for some reason. But if not, hey, there you go. With that said, thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciate your support.